Hopefully this is working. Test driving a couple new things here on Streamlabs using the OBS system. So see if that all works out here. I think it's working. I'll have to hope that the sound is happening in the background. Hopefully people can hear me. Just let me know if there's any sound issues. I'm just kind of tinkering here with a little technology. What's up, Mike? Can you hear me okay? Hopefully everything's all right. I see Flashpoint is in the chat. Michael. I'm just test driving some things here on Streamlabs, OBS. Hey, Alec, can you hear me okay? Hopefully the sound is not faulty. I'm on a little early, but I don't have girls with me today. They're at their grandmother's house. Okay, good. Everybody can hear me. Awesome. Mr. Miracle's here. White Whale, CFAP. Good morning. Okay, good. I'm just trying this all out. My girls are not with me today. This is a kid-free episode. The technology of the world, says Simon R. There you go. So the girls are with their grandmother, and they are coming home. They've been there for a couple days since I've been doing summer camps this summer. And we needed someone that could watch them, so that's what we were tinkering with. Hello, backseat driver. I put the link to Simon R's Instagram in the description of this video because he sent me an A-OK here through California Blend, the artist on Instagram, and I put her Instagram link as well in the description below, and I will be opening that because I don't know what it's going to be. Yeah, right. Alex says, geez, no Kate and no Charlie, what's the point, right? I fully agree. I think this will be the lowest watched Saturday morning comics that I've ever made. But that's all right. Man, there's people rolling in here. Hello, C. Wood. Good to see you, man. Hello, JP. Hello, Longbox Diving. Got a whole army of folks rolling in here. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a reasonably good Saturday so far. Hello, Greg from Bearded Comic Bro. I got 3 books that I read that I bought this week. I bought a Marvel, a DC, and a Boom Studios book. So I got 3 books I can share. Thumbs down. White Whale Comics is on fire this morning. Yes, thumbs down. Do it. Do it. False advertising. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. And I got my Reggie. I'm like wearing swag today. I got my Comic Tom Gold Ballin shirt. I got my Reggie Collects Blade. I'm gonna open the California Blend painting from Simon R in the chat. I got a little bit of everything. Yeah, I'm sorry, JP. You can go. You can go now, JP. Bye. You can drop your video now, JP. Hilarious. Good morning, No Good Comics. How you doing, Justin? Justin and I are working on a little plan to he's getting an omnibus. I think it's his first if I'm not mistaken, it's his first omnibus as well. So we're working on like an omnibus Claremont show in the future, so you can be prepared. Yeah, this is my first. I'm gonna drop it if I put it back. This is my first omnibus. Very excited about it. Hello to Jameson the Elder. Yeah, that's my dad. Oh, hands off. There we go. So I'm working on something that could be kind of fun with No Good Comics. It's his first 2. Awesome. So omnibus first timers here. I know that I Got Issues really wanted me to review one book this week, so I'm going to hold off on my DC book to see for sure. Yeah, Ruben, I Ruben and I use the same LCS, and my wife had pre-ordered this off of Amazon for me as a Father's Day birthday present, and it was a very, very amazing present. I went into my LCS on Wednesday, and they had 3 of these on the shelf. And I thought, well, my Amazon isn't supposed to ship for another 2 weeks. I thought 2 weeks? Well, I'm not going to wait 2 weeks for Amazon when it's right here and I could pay my LCS. So I went home and canceled my Amazon order. And then I went back to my LCS, and they were selling these for 30% off. So I think I saved money. My LCS got the profit from it and got to sell an omnibus, and I could cut out a little bit of the Bezos. So I think it was a win-win-win-win on like every level. And I got the book 2 weeks before Amazon is even shipping it. So, huzzah. Hello, Old Wolf and Aggressively Relaxing. Hello to you guys. So it was a very cool gift. And volume 2 is dropping in, I think, October or November. So I'm going to probably repeat this whole thing again just to get the majority of it's the only run I would want in an omnibus format, I think, is Claremont's run. So I will probably keep getting those omnis as I go along. Yeah, Simon, my LCS. If you have a pull with them, and if you're buying books the week they come out, not waiting like 2 weeks later, they give you some deals for it. In Stock Trade sells 42% and free shipping. That's where you got his. Good job, Ruben, for sure. I've avoided In Stock Trades because I would rather pay a little bit more and have it in my hand instantly and have my LCS get the money. That's kind of just the way I do it. But I know In Stock Trades is an amazing resource that a ton of people use because it's just great deals and free shipping. Like, why not? Usually CFAP, an omnibus is retail priced at like $99.99, like $100. I'm not. No, Greg, I'm not. But that's very funny. So they usually retail at 100, but not many sites sell them for that or more unless they are out of print. Then the price goes up. Tacoma, I think it'll end up being, this holds about 40 issues. And it'll depend on how much they want to include in later volumes. If they're going to include any of his stuff on regular X-Men, the Jim Lee stuff, my assumption would be, because he did what? All the way to in the 200 and almost to 300, basically. So we're talking about what, 200 issues, give or take. So it might be 5 of these. It might be in the end about 5 of these just for the uncanny stuff, give or take. No Good says he went with In Stock Trades for the first time with this Claremont one. Nice. Uncanny one that collects the Sylvester and Jim Lee stuff. Nice, Seawood. That's pretty awesome. 94 to 2. Yeah, so right, 279. So again, you're probably looking at about, at least, I would say, 4 or 5 omnis in the end, depending on how many issues and how big they are. Giant Size X-Men obviously is a huge comic, so I'm counting it as one of 40 in this volume. I think it's absolutely worth it personally, but I don't own a lot of omnis. This is the only one that I felt so strongly about. All right, so since Simon is here, Simon, should I open the painting first? Is that what I should be doing first, or do we want to do some book reviews? Sorry, get comfortable here. Some book reviews. Would you rather hear some book reviews first? Guzman says, I got my first and second omnibuses, Tomb of Dracula and Silver Surfer Volume 1 from Nuclear. Nice. Uncanny Volume 1 is his third. Nice. Wow, good for you. That Silver Surfer Volume 1 is probably an amazing read. I've only read a couple issues. I've never read Tomb of Dracula, so I don't know enough about that one. Love to see them throw Claremont's early New Mutant stuff. Sure, Tacoma. That could be an omni in its own, right? All the way through the stuff that Bill Sienkiewicz was doing. It's your show, brother. I feel like they did 2 for the Jim Lee stuff since they threw in X-Men 1 through 10 as well. Okay, that makes sense, you would. I want to see my dude's painting. All right, so I'm going to let Greg be the guiding light here. This will probably be noisy because there's a lot of padding here, and I'm going to try to be careful as I cut this out of the packaging here. There's layers of bubble wrap going on here. If you didn't see, Rod opened one of these, so it would appear that Mr. Simon is a man with a plan. Rod opened one of these just this week, so there's a few of these going around. Volume 1 of the OG Star Wars for $15. Ooh. White Whale Comics, the deal with the deal. So if you missed Rod's unboxing of this same kind of thing, you might have missed out. Okay. I'm trying to get it out of the sleeve here. Plastic is rubbing against plastic. Oh, there we go. I think I got it. I think I'm about to cut the whole thing out. Sorry. I'm cutting away from myself. I'm looking at the back, so I can't see what the front is. Whew. So if you don't know California Blend, you should watch any shows by Stay Puft. He was on my Wire show last night. Behind him, he's got like 6 or 8 of her paintings. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I kind of feel like Simon is double A-okaying. He is supporting an artist in our community and giving a nice gift as well. It's like a crazy win-win-win here. Man, I'm blowing this here. I'm making a lot of cuts. Maybe I'm being too gentle on this. My bet's on Storm. Okay, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Hello, Grandmaster. Let's see if I got it this time. Well, still really kind of best part of watching people cut tape. Yeah, right. She signed the back, and the date she did it is almost exactly my birthday. She was working on this basically right after my birthday. Ah, there we go. I have freed this painting from the wrapper. Okay, so. Whew. I got that. I gotta drink a little bit of tea here. Get back on track. Hello, K Titus, and hello, Oregon. How we doing? Hopefully you're okay up there. I know it's getting a little wild up there in Oregon right now. Hello, Comic G Spot, Robert Galvin. Hello to you. Okay. No more deluxe. It's wrapped. It's wrapped in plastic. Maybe I should take the. Should I take the saran wrap off? I think you can still see it through the saran wrap. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, ready? Oh, dude. It's the Batcave, dude. Look at that. Oh, I'm taking the wrapper off of this in just a second. Dude. It's the Batcave. Holy cow, look at that. Okay, wow. Okay, let me take the wrapper off of this. And look at this. Oh, it's got her. So here's her California Blend. A-OK from Simon. And it's got both of their Instagrams on there. I told them that my favorite DC characters were Batman and Robin. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Holy cow. This is like made for a man cave. Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Holy cow. Look at that. Holy beautiful. Wow. Morning, Kirk. This is an A-OK from Simon through California Blend. Gabby, you did an amazing job on this. Oh my God. Holy cow. Oh my God. That is gorgeous. She is so unbelievably talented. Wow. Jeez, all the lighting detail, it's hard to see on him, on Batman. Get that on the walls of Oregon. Oh my gosh. All the bats. Wow. The cape, the flutter of the cape. Nice touch. Wow. Jeez. That is a beauty. Simon, thank you so much for doing this, man. That is cool. That is freaking cool, man. That is a beauty. That is a thing of beauty. Gabby has some incredible stuff, says Simon. Everyone should check her out. I totally agree. I was actually looking into getting, I'm still trying to figure out how, but I think a couple of pieces for the girls, right? One of each of the characters they might like for their rooms. So it's a matter of picking ones that they would really enjoy having in their room. But this is mine. This is mine. It's definitely going in the eventual remodel man cave. I think I'm going to have to move my posters around and get it up behind me. Maybe that Avengers poster's had a long life. Maybe it's time for rotating something else in. Oh, this is beautiful. Holy cow, man. Nailed that. Wow. I will post a better picture maybe on Instagram a little later today. That's crazy. Yeah, California Blend is fire. That's amazing. Ooh, and she's even got a 15% off code if I want to do my next order. So sweet, I will definitely use that when getting stuff for my girls. That is phenomenal. Have to work today for a couple hours, then heading downtown. Okay. Stay safe. Gore Vidal is here. Good morning to you. Glad to see you here. I'm doing all right. Let's. I haven't seen I Got Issues yet, so I'm gonna save his book for later. So my 3 comics. Sorry, I'm trying to recenter my mind here. Once and Future was the Boom Studios book I got this week. Good morning, Jeff Schultz. Hello to you. Teachers Unite. So this comic, if you haven't been reading it or maybe you're not into indies, centers around an attempt to bring King Arthur and his knights and the legendary warriors of the time back from the world of the dead so that they can rule. And a grandmother and her grandson, he's like, in his 20s, who are trying to stop this. In issue 8, Merlin appeared, and Merlin was bringing Beowulf and his universe into contact with our characters to try to stop our characters. And Beowulf versus Grandma was awesome, and it ended beautifully here in this book. Some great action at the end of this issue. I really, really have been enjoying Once and Future. And what I predicted when I was reading 8 came true here at the end of 9. And I don't want to spoil it, but needless to say, I'm definitely going to be pumped on issue 10 as well. Hello, Chad R. Wow, the chat is blowing up right now. Rod, good morning to you. I will share my incredible painting from Simon and California Blend here in a second. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. But again, I really do recommend... Chris Barrett's here. Good morning, Chris. I recommend Once and Future, but the truth is I recommend Boom Studios as a just a category. I pretty much am reading almost everything from them. There's a few like folklores that I read and then stopped reading, but I didn't hate it. I just didn't have the money and time to keep reading all of them. Um, I just think it's just a great publisher right now, and you can't really go wrong. The Cosmic King is my favorite. Is my faring some a favorite of their books? Maybe is what he's trying to say. I think maybe. Um, Once in the future, I saw John and Longbox praising it, so I went and picked them all up and have them coming. Need to read those. Nice. Well, I think it's a lot like Something's Killing the Children, and all those books keep spiking. I think Once in Future is going to have a similar trajectory. I think people are going to find this. It's amazing how many people are reading and loving it. It's really, really popular. And so I think it's going to be one of those titles like Something's Killing the Children that just keep getting more and more popular. No, K Titus, my girls are at grandma's house, so they are not even here. I mean, they might be asleep. I don't know if they're asleep. So it's just John today. Sorry. That's why I got so many thumbs down this morning. He's mylaring. There you go. The Cosmic King is mylaring some books. I've never heard of mylar as a verb, so I'm trying to... It was mylaring. And you're talking about yourself in the third person. It threw me off. So I'm really enjoying that. I think it's really great. JP is probably dropping his video after this is done, so be ready for JP. I see him in the chat a bunch here talking. I got one Marvel book this week, and it was a great one. I think this is still the best book Donnie is writing right now. I never lost interest. I've never gotten bored or tired of it. I think his Venom is fascinating and fun, and he even makes Eddie Brock interesting, and I think Eddie Brock is about as interesting as a piece of wood. I think he's just boring and flat and disinteresting and overall, but he is somehow able to make it interesting. Hey, there's a Kate in the chat. So Kate's still here. I'm sure Charlie's going to pop in and say hello at some point. She's even dropping emojis. Mylaring. There you go, right? Order some pieces off California Blend's website. Glad I remembered to do so. There you go. Hey, I bet she would do a great Green Lantern, she would. Or some Ninja Turtles. I mean, I know you love those characters a ton. Boom's Power Rangers is so good it makes the old show better, says Aggressively. I will never know that because I didn't like the show, and so I'm just not a fan. I'll poke fun at Burke Nasty, all Burke family all the time. It's just not my thing. It was too cheesy for me. Let's see here. I recommend Brian Boland's Camelot 3000 from the early 80s, a science fiction take on the Arthurian legend. Nice. There's a lot of great stuff in that world. Yeah, a lot of good reading that can be had there for sure. JP says, morning, Kate. The show has fallen off without you. This is very true. Very, very true. So I know that the excitement was the issue. Everybody's psyched on issue 25. In fact, if you looked at the top 20 this week from Key Collector, it's a ton of Venom and a ton of variants of Venom books. Issue 25 is spiking because of all these first appearances, including this guy. What are they calling him? Virus? Is that what they're calling him? I can't remember. I think it's all that spec overhype. I'm just enjoying reading it. I'm sorry. I've got the full run. Some of them are in just beautiful conditions. One of them is slabbed. I don't buy the variants. I just buy cover A for the most part. I'm just really enjoying it. I think it's a great, great read. So I think for anybody who likes the Venom universe at all, I think it's a lot of fun. And this one brings Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe. What do they call him? I can never remember what that character's name is, but the one with the crazy helmet dome thing. He comes in again and is his evil Reed Richards self, and I think it's very interesting and very fun. And the Eddie Brock and his son have a great story. I think it's just really well put together. So this is issue 26, and the storyline is called Venom Beyond. So how many more X-Men issues do you need, John? Um, I I only have two outstanding, missing from my house. The Maker. Gosh, Seawood, you are amazing. Yeah, The Maker is the name of the Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe. The really creepy one who seems to show up at all the wrong times or the right times, depending on how you look at it. Um, the only two issues that are not in my house are both purchased, and I just need to get them. So I haven't picked them up yet. They are in the state of California. In fact, they're also in Orange County where I live. So I just need to get, they're very near. They're just at people's houses, and there are people that have, for one reason or another, they're just not going out right now, and I totally understand. So they don't want to go to the post office and ship it. They don't want to show up and hand it off. It's just very careful. Kate says, I like being in the chat. Yeah, Kate does like to be in the chat because it's more fun to type messages. It's like texting with your friends, right? Reed Richards is a conehead from SNL. Very, very true. Venom 25 was a just like a 90s sitcom clip showing episode Evil Reed Richards is the Maker. There you go. Aggressively relaxing. So one of the books is at my buddy Tank Collect's house. So Tank or Michael has it. I bought it from him. That's issue 134, which is the first appearance of the Dark Phoenix. And I bought that from him like almost a year ago, and just haven't had a chance to hook up, and then all this stuff went down. The other book is at my brother's house, and that's issue 95, which is the second new team in the regular title, the death of, what do they call him, Warpath? No, that's Warpath is the second iteration. Proudstar, is it John Proudstar, I think. So it's a key book. I just haven't gotten either one of them in the house yet. Those are the only two that I'm missing. But everything's been purchased. Everything is here except for those two, and so we can kind of celebrate at some point when they're all in the room here. I am Goldball, Kate. Yep, I'm wearing my Comic Tom Goldball X-Men related swag. I have not started reading my omnibus yet. I'm kind of saving it for vacation. Thunderbird. Chris Barrett is right. That's the character's name. Thunderbird. I haven't. I'm saving it for when I'm officially on vacation. I think I can speak for John here, as we have the same goal. Reach out to people. Share your goals. You'll find people coming to you with offers, deals, and AOKs. I totally agree. This is right here. That comment is total truth, Tacoma. The only reason I finished my Uncanny X-Men run so quickly is because I kept talking about it because I was excited about it, and people kept saying, hey, I have a copy of this. How does $20 sound, or whatever? It really became a thing. And I got closer and closer, and then, of course, people like No Good Comics in the chat AOK'd me a book. TJ AOK'd me these two books just this week. It really went crazy at the end. Oh, now Charlie's in the chat. Hi, Charlie. Oma doesn't really want to watch this, does she? She wants to have her coffee and read the newspaper and relax, and you got Dad talking about comic books on two devices now, Oma's phone and Oma's computer. Is that what's going on over there? Now my daughters are just talking to each other in my chat. Can I make you moderators? Oh my God. Can you make me a moderator? It's hilarious. This is hilarious. The Biggie method. Talk about something long enough, Chris Barrett, right? Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Kachung says, why all the Green Lantern stuff? I was reorganizing my boxes to make room for stuff. And one of my DC boxes was really just packed with all my Jeff Johns Green Lantern trades. So I took them all out and set them aside because I just didn't know where to put them. I wanted to put more books in those boxes. So now I need to I think I need a couple more comic boxes just to make room. Give them the power, says JP. You've almost got two computers going for you guys. You're hilarious. Oh, and yes, Kate, saying it all in cap locks was the way to go. Good Lord. Kate and Charlie dropped that link. It has gone off the rails in the best possible way. It's hilarious. As always, even when they're not on the show, they're the stars of the show. So there you go. JP with great power comes great responsibility. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. All right, one last book to review. I was hoping that Chris from I Got Issues would make it in here. Get with the doubles on the X-Men you got. Hey, I got a few doubles now. I bought a big set of books that I'm going to be selling or giving away at different points, I think, over the next 6 months or so. I got a bunch of doubles. And I'm only ever keeping the ones that are like, oh, I want a newsstand and a direct. I got 2 copies of a book I like. So there's a few that I'm keeping, but most of them I'm not keeping. I don't know what to do with doubles. Besides pass them on to all of you. I see Lost in Comics. Thank you for coming by. Do it, Kate says. Dear Lord. All right. The last book was my DC book, and I know that my buddy Chris is a big fan of Tom King, and specifically his mini-series like Vision and Mr. Miracle. So I am definitely still reading along with him Strange Adventures. I love this cover. The monochromatic sort of blue and white is just a great cover. So I'm still reading this. I've been really enjoying it. I think a lot of people are saying they would rather read it in a trade, and I totally understand that, but I like to have the issues as well. And so I'm buying the individual issues, and I'll probably read it again in trade at some point, but I really dig it. This one is less about... I think people tried to label it saying, oh, it's a lot like Mr. Miracle, and I don't think it is. I think this one is more about what is true and what is a lie. And Adam Strange is going through some really interesting problems because he doesn't necessarily know what's true or not, and he's caught in a difficult situation. And his story is playing out in sort of double fashion all the way through. And you get the character of Mr. Terrific, who is interrogating him, trying to find out the truth. You get sort of cameos from Batman and Superman. I think they're used really, really well, and I think it's just coming along really nicely. John is reading a book from book club. That never happens, right? I think that's the only one. I don't think we did Once in Future yet in book club, but I'm really enjoying this issue. This issue sets up some interesting stuff for his wife. Again, I don't know anything about Adam Strange outside of this comic, so I can't give you a ton of backstory. So I don't know his wife outside of this. I don't know him really outside of this. I know he was a popular, like, early Silver, late Golden Age character, I believe, and he's been in and out of DC, but never really had a huge following like Tom King is probably going to give him through this. So it's an interesting story. I think I like specifically the breakdown of what is true and what is a lie, and how they kind of pull that into the story. CFAP, I stopped picking up Catwoman when they started taking Joelle Jones off of the title art-wise. I was really getting disappointed. Everyone started a petition to make us moderators. Give us the wrench. Catherine, you are a riot. You are really taking over this chat. So the more Joelle Jones was not working on Catwoman, the less I really appreciated it. It was just kind of a disappointment. Wrench kids, oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. Don't encourage them, Greg. Come on, man. Pick up the new Catwoman, preferably the cover B. Okay, Chris, I'll take a look at it. I know Joelle has been doing the story. I don't know if she's still doing story. It looked like they were going to bring her back to do story and art, but then it kind of like fell off a little bit. Yeah, King is going to work on a Rorschach series with another writer. I can't remember who the other writer is, but there's two writers doing that Rorschach gore, and I don't remember who the other one is. Cover B was a Middleton. Oh, nice. I mean, his covers are always great. He's always really talented. So those are the only books I picked up this week. I would say all of them got an A grade for me, A or A minus. I think the best book of the lot was probably Once in Future. I think Once in Future was great this week and probably would just barely beat Venom and then barely beat Adam Strange's Strange Adventures. Free Kate and Charlie, give them a wrench. JP, come on. I can't do it live. I'm not going to do it. Personally, I'm not going to do it. Secondly, I'm not going to do it live. I'm in Streamlabs, so I'm not even in the actual chat like I would be from YouTube. So I have no power to do any of that right now. Yes, JP is supporting them always. John's Comics with Wrench Kids, says Kachung. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. Oh, sad face emoji. You'll survive without having a wrench. Don't worry. JP can give you a wrench in his live streams because you clearly subscribe to his channel and you're over there more often than anything. Blake Northcutt just took over Catwoman. Okay, she writes Nora's Saga, which is a Walmart book, and Everglade Angels, which is also fun. Okay, I don't know any of those, Bearded. Who's drawing it? If Blake Northcutt is doing the writing, I wonder who's drawing it. Because I think the first 5 issues of that run where Joelle Jones was drawing and writing it, those were my favorites. And then it's been kind of erratic ever since. I've only pushed for 2 people to get wrenches, Mark Baker and Bob's World. Hey, those are good picks. Those are very good picks. JP, we need our wrenches. You realize, Kate, if you get a wrench in one chat, it doesn't show up in all the others, right? It's only in that one channel. I don't think they fully understand a wrench. They just like that it's blue and they get a little spanner next to their name. Yeah, I know what a spanner is. Right? Comic Talk tonight at 7 Eastern, says Kachung. Our channel is it's you and Bake, right, Kachung? Am I Bake the Snake and Kachung tonight at 4 my time, 7 Eastern. I'll have to check in on that. I hear good things. I'm great people, so I'm very much looking forward to it. I know, but sadness, says Kate. At least hopefully you're all entertained by having my kids be in the chat if they're not on the show, right? And they are right here. There's the chat right there. So I'm going to run back through this all a little bit and finish with the AOK that I opened that Kate and Charlie will want to see because I know they missed the beginning of the show. Gorvidal says, I think, John, your daughters may lawyer up and hire your brother to represent them to get their wrench. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, he'll have to pay them in my comic book that he owes me. So my X-Men 95 is at his house. Coast to Coast will be on Jeffrey's channel today. Oh, man, I got to get that invite. Kate, show up live stream and remind me and you'll get a wrench. JP. JP, I'm waiting in your chat for the live show at 5. Oh, my gosh. You guys are hilarious. There's a whole conspiracy going on here. So she's co-writing it with Sean Murphy. Oh, nice. Okay. The artist is Cyan Tormey? I don't know that name. Jabroni, you're going to dig the AOK I got from Simon through California Blend. It's epic. But I'm going to run through the books I reviewed real quickly. I would say the read of the week was Once in Future, issue 9. Beowulf versus Grandma. Yes. It was amazing. Excellent, excellent read. Second favorite was Venom, issue 26. Donny Cates' best book, in my opinion. Right now, I'm enjoying it a ton. I've enjoyed it the whole run. I've never stopped picking it up since issue 1. I've been on it, and I'm not even a big Venom fan, but I've just been really, really enjoying his read. And my third favorite was my third book I picked up, Strange Adventures. I would give it an A minus. It's still just a great read. I know that it'll be better read in a collected edition, but it's just been a lot of fun, top to bottom. Great stuff. Hello, Mike Sanchez. Thank you for coming by. And Scott Evans. That's an open wrench, and a spanner is totally different. Oh, did I blow it? Yeah, spanner has both ends, right? Yeah. All right. Interviewing Hialeah Comic Bro at 2 Eastern for an IG Live. Ooh, Instagram. On Instagram, no good comic. I'm in your 5 o'clock show's chat right now, says Kate. Oh my God, Kate. You are hilarious. CFAP, I only read the first issue of Thor, and I didn't like it very much. And I read all of Jason Aaron's Thor, and I didn't want him to stop, and I didn't want to have Donny Cates' rock and roll version. I didn't want any of that. I wanted Aaron as Thor, and Cates' Thor felt very different. And I didn't hate it. I just didn't want it right now, if that makes sense. Like I want to stew in Jason Aaron's universe a little longer, and not get into rock and roll Thor, where it's like every week a new character shows up and a new shocking twist and a new ending and a new by next week's thing. As much as I like Donny Cates, his books have a pattern that can get old, especially his Marvel stuff. So I kind of felt like I enjoyed Aaron's Thor better, and I didn't want to get into it. And so I will read Cates' Thor, but I'm going to probably just read it digitally later on. So I'm going to probably read it on the Unlimited app. When the books start dropping monthly over there, I'll probably just read a bunch of it that way. So I don't, I understand, but I just couldn't get into it. I got an X-Men Free Comic Book Day comic. I didn't know random Free Comic Book Day was a thing. Yeah, it's happening all summer long. It's like Free Comic Book Day month or something like that. John, does Instagram work on flip phones? I don't think it's the same experience as on a smartphone. Yeah, I don't think it does, but it does work on a laptop. I've been using it on a laptop. It's not as easy. The functionality is not as simple, but I've been doing it to drop links and stuff like that. It does work on a desktop or a laptop. You can use Instagram there as well. Absolutely. Make another comment in the chat, Kate. Oh, JP says make another comment in that chat, Kate, and you'll get your wrench over there. Lots of love going on in the chat for Jason Aaron's Thor, and it doesn't mean that Kate's Thor is bad or anything. It's just it's a stark contrast, right? CFAP is right. I do think the best Marvel book has been Daredevil for a long time. And next week, a new issue drops. So I'm very much looking forward. Okay, last thing I want to share. Kate, check out this poster. Well, painting. Look at this Batman. I can almost hear the theme music from the animated series when I look at this. Right? Can't you just hear the sort of Tim Burton musical notes going on with this Batman? Look at this. Oh my gosh. Yes, Rod, we were talking about Daredevil as being the best Marvel book published right now. Fantastic Four is the greatest comic in print right now. Aggressively relaxing with a hot take. Amazing Spider-Man. Get out of here, Chris Barrett. That book's been a nightmare. I've not enjoyed that run of Amazing Spider-Man. Sorry about that. So this is another great piece of art from California Blend. She is super talented painter, California Blend. Gabby is her name. I'll hold up her Instagram stuff, but I put the link to her Instagram in the description for the video, along with Simon R's link as well to his Instagram, because Simon R paid for this and she made it and sent it to me as a gift. It is gorgeous. It's a perfect man cave piece. I don't know, Rod. I don't know where I'm going to hang it. I may have to take down my Avengers poster and hang it there. I was planning on ordering some new boxes and stuff from Bueller's Connect over at Max Pro Supplies. So I might have to order some things and rearrange the wall space over there a little bit so that I can get this up because it is just a beauty. And so awesome, Simon. Honestly, the camera is not even doing it justice. There's the lighting on Batman on his shoulder here is super beautiful. And just nice little touches like that all the way through. So great. So I'll post some close-ups because it's just sharp and beautiful. It is signed on the back. She has all her information on the back, right? When she made it, her information. And then she's got, let's see in the corner here. I think it's right there. You can kind of see it. I don't know how close I can get. That's her little @ symbol. I think it's just her initials, GH, right? What happened with that guy in ASAM with all the colors? I don't remember. Hello, 12 Comic Talk, Kevin. Good morning. Thor's hammer is getting heavier each issue. Black Winter, you're missing out. I hear great things. Honestly, I hear great things, Jeff. It took me so long to get through Jason Aaron's run because I was really savoring it. I was really taking my time, and it was such a masterpiece. Like and I read it out of order, right? I read all of the Jane Foster stuff first. My girls and I have all read that. And then I went back and read the original stuff, and I read Original Sin, and I loved the event that he did last summer. God, I'm having trouble remembering the name of that event. War of the Realms. Sorry, I loved War of the Realms. I thought it was great. I think it got overshadowed by what Hickman was doing, which is a bummer. I think it was better than Absolute Carnage personally. That's just me. So I mean, Jason Aaron's run on Thor is this thing. It's this huge thing for me that it meant a lot to me. I really was just blown away by it. It was the first time I really liked Thor as a character in comics. And I didn't want to have somebody else write him right away. I wanted like a break. I needed a break. And so I will definitely read it at some point. But I wanted a break before I dove into, because I knew that Donny Cates' version again would be this like pop, modern, rock and roll kind of thing. And I wasn't ready for that. I use the term rock and roll, and I don't know if it's probably right. I mean that it's going to be more modern comic style with like the villain reveals and the shocking twist endings that make you want to read the next book and all the little things that like can get very old in comics and sometimes tire me out with Cates a little bit. That's why I didn't like his Guardians run, and I didn't really care for his Cosmic Ghost Rider stuff, but I loved his Thanos stuff, and I loved his Silver Surfer Black stuff. So I'm like, I'm torn. Silver Surfer Black is probably the best thing I read last year. The more I reread it and think about it, Silver Surfer Black might have been the best book I read last year. There is not an omnibus yet for that Tacoma, but they have started doing these large compendium sort of collected edition floppies, and they've released 2 volumes of those. And I have those. That's what I've been reading. I've never read Simonson's run. I hear it's superb, and I do want to read it at some point. I'm taking a Thor break. I really enjoyed it. My kids are in the chat, Big Lion Cat. They are taking over the chat. There's Kate right there. Haha, I'm so sorry for annoying JP Comics, but Charlie is now in your chat. Oh, Charlie gets a wrench over there at JP's channel. JP is like the uncle. And he's like, sure, you kids want some candy? I'll give you kids some candy. Come on over. It's bedtime. You can have a soda. Go for it. Who cares? That's what JP's doing over there at his house. Thor is the bad boy of the Avengers, or Sir Thor, if you prefer. There you go. Jason Aaron made Thor interesting again after the amazing work by Simonson and the character in the 80s. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So I do want to read Simonson's run, and I do want to catch up on Cates' stuff. I'm going to wait till there's a bunch of it on the Unlimited app. If there's only like 2, then I'm going to wait. Once they've got like a trade's worth, like 5 or 6, then I'll read a whole slew of them. Uncle JP, right? Yep, he's Uncle JP. I'm going to get out of here. This has been 50 minutes. We're almost at an hour, and I've just been rambling. Huge thank you to Simon R. Charlie needs to type in the chat again over on JP's channel, Kate. If she wants to get a wrench on JP's channel, she needs to type again. Thank you to Simon R. It's an incredible gift. Thank you, California Blend. It's an amazing piece of art, and it's going to be hanging in the house here before you know it. It's definitely going to be a piece. I'm going to take a picture of it. It's going to be a piece that you'll see a ton on my channel, so just get ready for it. Enjoy your wrenches, Kate and Charlie. Stay tuned for some cool stuff with No Good Comics in the future in the coming weeks. As when he gets his Omni and then we can start reading again and talking Uncanny X-Men run, because it should be a good time. Everybody have a good weekend. Jump over to JP's channel and see the wrenches, and the girls are going to be very ecstatic. Plus, he's going to drop Charlie, I got a wrench. Woo! He's going to drop his video here in a couple minutes on the Hot 10 lists and look back, and you can really get a good view of collecting from him. One last nice... I love reading the big paragraphs. Aggressively says, War of the Realms is the gold standard for modern events. The build-up was for years. The event felt global, bringing back Western characters as ghosts, like the end of Two Towers. I agree aggressively. I think I want to read it again with all the tie-ins, because I read only a couple of the tie-ins. I thought it was a really amazing event, and I think it got overshadowed again, I think, by Hickman, who was doing something really cool, but it was a shame. I think it got overshadowed a little bit, because I think if someone went back and read it just independently, I think they would be blown away. And hopefully the collected editions that they're doing will end up going all the way through all of that stuff. Have a great day, everybody, and I will catch you all later. I'll be in the chats saying hi to everybody. But have a nice weekend.